Hello, children. Let's continue with the fourth rule or change, where we said if the reporting verb is in the present or in the future tense, there is no change in the tense of the reported speech. For example, let us come to the for example, in case of a future tense, there are four words which would be changed, like will would become will becomes would, shall becomes should, may becomes might, can becomes could. Now, when you are changing a sentence from a direct speech into indirect speech, where if the it is a simple present, then it will become a simple simple past or past simple. If it is a present continuous tense, it will become a past continuous tense. If it is a past simple tense, then it will become a past perfect tense. And if it's a present perfect tense, then it will become past perfect tense. Same will happen with the future. Will is used in the future tense. Will plus an infinitive, like will become would plus bare infinitive. Can will become could. Have will become had to. Have to will become had to. And in imperative, it will become to. It will change into to in infinitive. That is count uncount. Infinitive means uncountable, finite and infinite. Okay. You've already made this flow chart in the last class. Now let us come to assertive sentence. The type of sentences. Again, there are certain rules for them to be changed. Like first rule is remove the commas and inverted commas and use conjunction that. For example, she said that they should go home early. Then in the second change, it will be change the reporting verb say into tell. So say will be a change into tell. Says into tells. Said into told. So here see, say is a simple present. It will be say said will said is a simple present past tense. It will again change to told. Says is a present tense. It will change into tells. And in if the sentence is in plural form, but in the singular form it will just say will change into tell. Okay. If the reporting object is given in the sentence, but do not change the reporting verb if the reporting verb is not given in the sentence. So if the reporting verb is given, then you do not change the verb, but if it is not given, then the verb is also changed. Okay, now let's come to the third point, that is third change here. Said to can be changed into reply, into told, replied, informed, stated, added, remarked, asserted, assured, reminded, complained, and reported according to the meaning. So now said to can be changed into different forms of reporting, like told, replied, informed, stated. These are the words which will be used if the sentence is used in for changing into reported statement. Then and this would be changed according to the meaning. For example, the journalist told the police informed the public, or the judge stated that the principal added to his rules added this to his rules. The mail was replied by the executive. So these are the certain sentences which will be used according to the meaning. Now let's come to the change 4 or rule 4 in the assertive statement. That is, always remove to from the reporting speech. So you have to report. You cannot say said that, told me to do that. So it will be something like this. He said to me, I cannot help you in this matter. He told me that he could not help me in the matter. So you are not using to in this sentence. Okay. Now let's come to the second example. He said, my sister's marriage comes off next month. He said that his sister's marriage would come off the following month. Or instead of said, you can said he informed that his sister's marriage would come off the following month. Okay, any doubt? Now let's come to the interrogative sentences. Change number one. For again, there are certain changes that will take place. Interrogative means questioning. Okay. First, change the reporting verb said or said to into asked or inquired of. In case of a single question, change into asked. But in case of more than one question, change it into inquired of. The police inquired of, because the police will not ask just single question, but they will ask many questions to the person. So here you will, in this case, you will use inquired of. But if you are saying the teacher asked me to do this work, or my parents asked me if I was going to my friend's house. So these are certain where there is only one question, that is एक question जहाँ पूछा जाएगा वहाँ asked आएगा, जहाँ एक से ज़्यादा questions होंगे वहाँ inquired of होगा. Clear? Now the second rule or the second change. Use conjunction if or whether if the reported speech starts with the helping verb, but do not use any conjunction in the reported speech starts with an interrogative word. Like when there is a question, then which is starting with the helping verb, then you do not use an interrogative. But if the question is starting with the word like if, or if conjunction if or whether, then you don't use a question mark. But when you are asking with like what, when, how, who, when, then you will use the question mark in the form of an interrogative sentence. The third change for the interrogation is change the interrogative sense into an assertive sentence. That means assertive means when you are putting something, you want to ask something with force. Assertive means forcefully you want to ask, but in a very mild manner. Then you have to change these. Why did you do this? So if you are changing, see, why did you do this? So it is giving a sort of force in your voice or in your sense. So that means it is a compulsion for the person to answer. Then the fourth change is remove question mark and use full stop if you are changing it into an indirect speech. Like she said to her servant, is tea ready for me? She asked her servant if tea was ready for her. So now see, this question mark has been changed to full stop. Second one, she asked me, who teaches you English? She asked me, who taught me English? So now the question mark is changed to full stop when you are asking, or when you are changing from a direct speech into an indirect speech for an interrogative sentence. Okay. Imperative sentences, that is command. Change number one, that is rule number one. Change the reporting verb said or said to into ordered, commanded, requested, advised, warned, forbade, suggested, encouraged, persuaded, begged, etc. according to the sentence. Forbade means to forbid somebody, to stop somebody from doing something. Persuaded means encouraged. So now according to the sentence, you will use these words instead of said or said to. For example, the general commanded his force to march forward. Or the teacher persuaded the child to do his homework. Or the coach encouraged the player to use his full strength. The beggar begged for alms. My mother forbade me for using mobile phones for too long. Then let's come to the next change, that is remove the commas and inverted commas and use conjunction to. The teacher ordered me to stand up. See, so again, when you are encouraged, as I said, no, forbade. My mother forbade me to. For either it will be for or to. My mother forbade me for using the mobile for a long time. So it is here we are using for, not the conjunction for, not to. uh, then we come to the next change, that is change the imperative sense into of infinitive. That means you have to literally you have to change from imperative, that is command and request, command to a milder tone. Now next in the change, that is remove do not and use not to in case of negative imperative sentences. Now you don't have, now when you're changing a reported direct speech into reported in the imperative, then you use in a negative sense, you use not to, you do not use do not, it is not to. For example, the teacher said to me, stand up on the bench. The teacher ordered me to stand up on the bench. The general said to the soldiers, march forward and attack the foe. Foe means enemy. The general ordered the soldiers to march forward and attack the foe. The gardener said to the boys, do not pluck the flowers. The gardener forbade the boys from plucking the flowers. So here again forbade from. Instead of to, here it has been used to. Or the gardeners, or the it could be the gardener told the boys not to pluck the flowers. Okay. Then these are the certain exercises. There is one exercise which you will which is given as an example, and this second exercise you will do it on your own. Okay boys, take care.